everyone, this is Mrs. Roberts here again. I just want to say thank you to all of those that viewed yesterday's video and told me about it or commented on Facebook letting me know that you enjoyed it. It means the world to me that you're out there watching because I really do miss all my friends from Called. And today we are going to continue with reading Magic Treehouse Book 1, Dinosaurs Before Dark. I did look up that dinosaur I was talking about. It is called a pteranodon. And it is a pterosaurus, which is a family of dinosaurs that are all flying dinosaurs. So I was kind of close with the pterodactyl. It is in the same family as the pterodactyl, but it is a pteranodon. And yesterday what we read is we found the Magic Treehouse, and we found that it was full of books, and we found that, and we were looking into a few of the books, and all of a sudden there was a scary monster outside, the pteranodon. And today we are going to continue to read with chapter 3 and 4. Chapter 3, Where is Here? Jack opened his eyes. Sunlight slanted through the window. The treehouse was still high up in a tree, but it wasn't the same tree. "Where are we?" said Annie. She and Jack looked out the windows. The pteranodon was soaring through the sky. The ground was covered with ferns and tall grass. There was a winding stream, a sloping hills, and volcanoes in the distance. I don't know where we are," said Jack. The pteranodon glided down to the base of the tree. It landed on the ground and stood very still. "So what just happened to us?" said Annie. "Well," said Jack, "I was looking at the picture in the book, and you said, 'Wow, I wish we could go to the time of the pteranodon,'" said Annie. "Yeah, and then we saw a pteranodon in the Frog Creek woods," said Jack. "Yeah, and then the wind got loud, and the trees started spinning," said Annie. "And we landed here," said Jack. "And we landed here," said Annie. "So that means," said Jack. "So that means what?" said Annie. "I don't know," said Jack. He shook his head. None of this can be real." Annie looked out the window again. "But he's real," she said. "He's very real." Jack looked out the window with her again. The pteranodon was standing on the base of the tree like a guard. His giant wings were spread out on either side of him. "Hi," Annie shouted. "Shh," said Jack. "We're not supposed to be here." "But where is here?" said Annie. "I don't know," said Jack. "Hi, who are you?" Annie called to the pteranodon. The creature just looked up at her. "Are you nuts? He can't talk," said Jack. "But maybe the book can tell us." Jack looked down at the book. He read the words under the picture. This flying reptile lived in the Cretaceous period. Another good word for me to look up tonight. It vanished 65 million years ago with the dinosaurs. "That's impossible," said Jack. "We can't have gone to a time 65 million years ago." "Jack," said Annie, "he's nice." "Nice," said Jack. "Yeah, I can tell," said Annie. "Let's go down to him." "Go down," said Jack. Annie started down the rope ladder. "Hey, come back," said Jack. But Annie kept going. "Annie, wait," Jack called. Annie dropped to the ground. She stepped boldly up to the ancient creature. I gotta say, I think Annie's got a lot of guts. But I wanted to show you the whole picture so you can see. Chapter 4, Henry. Jack gasped as Annie reached out her hand towards the pteranodon. I'm saying it wrong again. It's pteranodon. Oh no, he thought. Annie was always trying to make friends with animals, but this was going too far. "Don't get too close to him, Annie," Jack shouted. Annie touched the pteranodon's chest, and she stroked his neck. She was talking to him. What in the world is she saying? Jack wondered. He took a deep breath. Okay, he would go down too. It would be good examine the pteranodon. He could take notes like a scientist. Jack started down the rope ladder. When he reached the ground, he was only a few feet away from the creature. The pteranodon stared at Jack. His eyes were bright and alert. He's soft, Jack, said Annie. He feels like Henry. Jack snorted. He's no dog, Annie. Feel him, Jack, said Annie. Jack didn't move. Don't think, Jack. Just do it, Annie said. Jack stepped forward. He reached out very cautiously. He brushed his hand down the creature's neck. Interesting, Jack thought. A thin layer of fuzz covered the pteranodon's skin. Soft, huh? Said Annie. Jack reached into his backpack and pulled out a pencil and a notebook. He wrote, fuzzy skin. What are you doing? Asked Annie. Taking notes, said Jack. We're probably the first people in the whole world to ever see a real live pteranodon. Jack looked at the pteranodon again. The bony crest on the top of his head was longer than Jack's arm. I wonder how smart he is, Jack said. Very smart, said Annie. Don't count on it, said Jack. His brain's probably no larger than a bean. No, he's very smart. I can feel it, said Annie. I'm going to call him Henry. Jack wrote in his notebook, small brain, question mark. Jack looked at the creature again. Maybe he's a mutant, he said. The pteranodon tilted his head. Annie laughed. He's not a mutant, Jack. Well, what's he doing here then? Where is this place? Said Jack. Annie leaned close to the pteranodon. Do you know where we are, Henry? She asked softly. The creature fixed his eyes on Annie. His long jaws were opening and closing like a giant pair of scissors. Are you trying to talk to me, Henry? Annie asked. Forget it, Annie, Jack wrote in his notebook. Mouth like scissors. Did we come to a time long ago, Henry? Annie asked. Is this place from long ago? Jack looked up. Annie was pointing towards the hill. On top stood a huge dinosaur. Oh, you already saw it when I was tilting the book the other way. And that is the end of chapter 4. They really do leave these chapters at a bit of a cliffhanger. They kind of make you want to keep reading, which is exciting because we get to keep reading as we keep doing this. And thank you for bearing with me. Yesterday's video went a lot smoother than today's. I will admit that this may be my 6th recording of this video, so I hope it's okay. I'm still just me. I'm just a human. I make mistakes, and I struggle with some of the harder words and some of the scientific words too. So here we go. I hope you all enjoy this Tuesday, even with the rainy, yucky weather. I'm hoping it turns around, but in case it doesn't, I'm planning on making cookies because that's a nice, warm indoor activity. Plus, cookies are delicious, as you all know. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.